All right, guys. So my top 10 catchphrases slash go-to words, just thing that I think I just kind of say unconsciously, things that just kind of slip out depending on the context, depending on the situation. You guys know what catchphrases are. They just come and go. But anywho, starting off the list, kicking off the list, top 10. Butter my backside and call me a biscuit. You know, I can't remember when I first heard this, but I know when I did. Like I can recall back to the feeling of hearing it for the first time. I can't really picture it. It's not coming to my mind visually, but emotionally, I'm like when I heard that, I was like, that's definitely being added to my repertoire. You know what? Maybe I'm forcing it, but it seems like I'm picturing like right now, and it's like okay, maybe I was watching this country movie or something like that. I know it was probably an old white man that said it. That's what's coming to me. Maybe I'm forcing it. But yeah, butter my backside and call me a biscuit. Although me personally, I've never buttered the backside of a biscuit. Like I've never turned a biscuit upside down and butter that's like usually my butter goes in between or even on top of it, but I've never done the backside. But yeah, anyway, number nine, copy that. It's just kind of affirming. You guys know what it is. Like copy. It's just kind of yeah. It's basically saying yeah. It's basically saying heard you, right? I'm not quite sure. Well, no, actually, I think I took this from my aviation stint when I was working at the airport. That's just what people said in the group chats and in text messages when you told somebody to go do something, they'd be like copy, and so I copy that. Number eight. This one isn't even actually words, but it's a genuine response when I hear something idiotic or something I just don't want to indulge in and give pay any basically right. I have it written here. I say going silent, and I honestly I just it could be mid conversation or it could be you trying to initiate a conversation, either or. I just go silent. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably worse mid conversation because it's like you're talking to me, and then I just kind of give you. I think it's called Gen Z stare nowadays. It's a blank stare. It's just like you should know right now that you're an idiot based off my body language and my lack of words, my lack of response, my lack of, me genuinely trying to give you something to work with. Should let you know that you should have never said what you just said, right? That's basically how I'm responding to whatever bullshit you might have just let between your lips. But anywho, number seven, Abso fuck. This I took from Dexter. Dexter's Sister, that TV show where the guy goes around, this little vigilante whatnot, but really it doesn't matter. Dexter the show, but his sister said this one time, and I remember I was like, yo, that's I ain't gonna lie, that's being added. Abso fuck. Like the way that rolls off, I forgot what she was saying that to. I think it was like seasons, like one of the last seasons she said it. If I could find it, nah, I'm probably not gonna stick it. I could probably find it, but I'm not gonna do the work to find it. But anywho, number six. Now this one I say when I just see some bullshit or I just see something that's just out of this world. I say this nigga has no God, and I think you can draw the conclusion as to what that might be signifying. But basically, it's just you see something where you realize this person probably has no morals, no foundation for his behavior, for his thoughts, for his action. Um, or it could be a woman. I don't mean to exclude the other gender, but it's anybody that acts unruly or just dude. Like I've seen some shit, man. Like a lot of you niggas out here have no God, have no conscience, have no understanding of what it means to be human. And you know, I would love to say to each their own, but the more I say that and the more I live, I'm like, okay, maybe it's not to each their own. Maybe it's get your shit the fuck together, Like, cause I can't keep letting people get away with some of the things. Like, anywho, number five, um, leave me out of this. I don't want any problems, right? Whether it's between me and someone. Well, typically I say this when somebody tries to get my opinion on something that they're arguing with another person, and I just don't have time. This kind of goes back to like that same feeling that comes about when I go silent. It's just like, nah, I'm not giving this any energy, bro. Just leave me out of this one, man. And sometimes I don't even say that, but I do a lot of work to kind of just separate myself. Even the way I speak like in such a way, I guess you can kind of call it third person. Like I'm constantly speaking in such a way that excludes me. That way people don't like involve me in like I like to spectate. I'm a people watcher. That's what I enjoy doing. But anywho, number 4. Have you seen the economy? Now this is usually in response to when somebody asks me to supply funds of some sort to any activity or you know grocery shopping or anything that includes spending money, or not even spending money. Sometimes we're talking finances, right? And they might be getting on me about my conservativeness and this, that, and the third. I come back with the "Have you seen this economy?" And I use that a lot. It's typically used in a comedic way though. It's not like too serious. I'm not afraid of spending money, but it's just like, yeah. Anywho, number 3, indubitably, this one. We're reaching the top 3. I should have made that announcement. But anywho, number 3, indubitably, I got this from my AP psych teacher in 10th grade. Old white dude built like a Q-tip. He really like when I first heard it, I thought, oh, it's different. Like I ain't never heard that word before, but he just kept using it, and the more he used it, the more it grew on me. And then I brought it to my friend group, my people, and then they started using it. I was like, okay, we got a hit with this one. Top 10, top 10 out the group. You know what I'm saying? We might have our own personal top 10s, but within the group, within my friend group, I think that's like a top 10. Like it has its own era. But anywho, number two, ain't gonna hold you, gang. I'm always breaking the truth about something to someone, and it's hard to do that sometimes, especially when the person you're trying to break the truth to is just one stubborn ass nigga. It's just like you gotta hit them with the "ain't gonna hold you, gang." They ain't gonna hold you, gang. You in the wrong, buddy. You in the wrong, or ain't gonna hold you, gang. Your breath kicking. Someone's talking to you, and you need them to stop. I'm realizing, like, how do I say, a big sentiment of mine is getting people to stop talking. Like I don't know what it is, but I just be needing people to shut up a lot. I be feeling that way a lot. I don't know why though. Like I enjoy conversations, and it's crazy because I'm a yapper myself, but there be more than enough moments where I'm like, bro, shut up. Like just stop talking. But anywho, yeah, number 2, ain't gonna hold you, gang. I like to tell the truth. I like to burst people's bubble. I'm not gonna say like to, but I feel like I need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you need to know this. Like, here's the truth about everything that you're not paying attention to. But anywho, number 1, last but not least, Jeez Louise. Sometimes I'll mix it up and say Jeez La fucking Weeze. Back to that absolutely. Like building on that, Jeez Louise, man, that's my most used phrase, and I love it. As a matter of fact, let me go through my phone right now, and like in my messages, if I just type in Jeez Louise at the top, like I said, let me see. Let me see here. Jeez Louise, bro made it gay. You know what I'm saying? Like this is damn. I use this shit a lot. Jeez Louise, man. It's so convenient. Like I think a lot of times I just be perplexed and I just be confused by a lot of you niggas actions and the world and how shit be going, and my only response is like bro, jeez Louise, man. Or like maybe you see someone's forehead for the first time ever, right? And you're like, dude, jeez Louise. Like this it's just so convenient. You can use it at any moment because basically this whole world, as I've kind of taken note of for the past 23 years, it's just a bunch of moments that compel you to use such a phrase, moment after moment. Jeez Louise, jeez Louise. But yeah, anywho, y'all let me know some of y'all favorite catchphrases down below in the comments. I would love to see if I can steal any of them. I would love to add them to my arsenal. I love catchphrases. I love being able to take shortcuts to what I want to say and how I want to express myself. Let's build this personality. But yeah, make sure to leave a comment. But how do I say? Oh yeah. Leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. But if you're not gonna do any of that, at the very least, please do leave a comment. I would love to have a conversation with you guys. Good night or good day or whatever the fuck ever. Be great, nigga.